Hey, what's up everybody? This is Deryck from 741, once again with another guitar story. This is my 68 White Guard Tele. So what I have here, 68 blonde Tele. This was actually the very first vintage guitar that I ever bought. I bought this somewhere, I think we were in upstate New York on tour, the Does This Look Affected tour, and we just started to kind of make some money, and I stumbled into a guitar store that happened to be across the street from the venue, and I just saw this thing sitting there, and I picked it up, and I was like, man, this thing is so light. And I was looking for light guitars. I was getting out of playing heavy Les Pauls at the time because they were just really heavy and jumping around every night. It was killing my back. So I was going towards lighter guitars, and Teles were kind of on my mind. So I picked this up. I didn't really start playing it live right away. I kept this at home and I wrote with it. We used it a little bit on the Chuck album. But once we were on the road for the Chuck album, I made this guitar. Eventually it became the Pieces guitar. I started with the Malcolm Young first, and then I started playing this for Pieces, and I played this for years, all the way, I want to say I played Pieces on this guitar live all the way from halfway through the Chuck album, or maybe Underclass Hero, all the way up to 13 Voices. And the funny thing is, like, it has this piece of tape here. And this is so when I could get to that chord for Pieces, I could do it in the dark, because it was always really dark at that point. And it was just me playing. So I'd always fear that I was going to just be one off. So the tape was right where my thumb would be. So I could just kind of feel it and just know that I was actually going to play the right chord there for Pieces. So since this guitar lived in storage, like with all the band gear, and was mostly a live guitar, I didn't use it a lot in the studio. But I did use it in Walking Disaster for that intro part. I used it for the other picking parts of Walking Disaster. I used it for the song Dopamine, the picking part. There's a lot of guitars in Dopamine, but one of the guitars is... So yeah, this guitar has a really cool sound. It's a great guitar. I ended up retiring it and keeping it at home. I have changed the pickups in this. What's in here right now is a bare knuckle pickup. Even though it was a vintage 68 Tele, it didn't sound awesome right away, which is partly the reason why I didn't really use it on records at first or take it on the road at first. It just was very thin. I don't know if the pickup had been changed. I didn't really know if it was all original anyway. I mean, when I was like 22, 23 buying this thing, I didn't really know anything about vintage guitars. It was just kind of cool. So I ended up changing the pickup out, but I changed a bunch of different pickups. And I think the first time I changed the pickup, I didn't know anything about vintage guitars or value or worth or whatever. I'm pretty sure I just took the pickup out and was like, garbage, and threw it away. And didn't keep the original pickup, just kept swapping out different pickups. Now I've landed on a bare knuckle, which sounds really good in here. I'm really happy with it. This guitar is great. It plays great. It sounds great. It's really light, and it just looks cool. It's awesome. 68 Tele, my first vintage guitar.